I'd like to start tonight by talking about something that everybody can relate to: nostalgia. I've been rewatching Stranger Things, and obviously, the entire series is built on nostalgia for people that grew up in the 80s and the 90s. Star Wars got rebooted, Indiana Jones got rebooted, Disney's animated library continues to get rebooted into live action movies. And you know why? It's because Disney sucks now and they can't come up with any original ideas. now, now, that is true, but honestly, it's because they're marketing to people my age based on our nostalgia for our youth. They've determined that we would like to relive our favorite childhood movies with our own children. They foolishly have overlooked the fact that we can relive those moments by just watching the old movies. Most of them still hold up. My kids love the real Indiana Jones movies. They love The Goonies, Back to the Future, Jurassic Park, and many more films I was lucky enough to see in the theater when they came out. Let's just focus on the Disney animated classics for a minute. I'm pushing 40, so I grew up during a Disney resurgence. I may or may not still have a Flounder and a Sebastian Christmas ornament from the McDonald's Little Mermaid marketing blitz. I got to see Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, The Lion King, and even Liz Warren's breakout role of Pocahontas, all at the movie theater. I loved going to the movies, I really did. When I look back on those films and the experiences I had while watching them, I find myself feeling nostalgic for that movie theater experience much more than I do for the actual movies I've mentioned. That's not to take anything away from the films. I'd argue that they still hold up. I'd watch any one of them today and I would enjoy it. But there was just something special about going to the movies and seeing something for the first time on that big screen. I miss the anticipation of seeing the trailer weeks, if not months ahead of time. I miss showing up at the theater, which always felt like a larger than life building. It had the bright lights shining on it, posters for upcoming films everywhere. The place had a real buzz to it. You could smell the fresh popped popcorn from the parking lot. It was always crowded. There was definitely a vibe. I bet that if I told you to close your eyes and think of the movie theater, you'd have a positive experience in your head. You might even be able to actually smell that popcorn. Sadly, that movie theater experience is now gone. I've gone to the theater twice over the last couple of weeks, and I'm here to tell you that entire experience just sucks. The vibe I was just describing, gone. The larger than life feel to the building, gone. The fresh popped popcorn smell, gone. The place was falling apart. Trash barrels were overfilled and nobody worried about changing them. There was a large row of maybe 16 doors to enter the building. All of the doors were locked except for the two directly in the middle. We even had a stinking dog barking in the back of the theater with us. The fresh popped popcorn smell, nowhere to be found. You know why? They don't even pop it there anymore. It was getting dumped into the popcorn machine from giant plastic bags that you'd see at a state fair. And don't get me started on the price. I brought the family to see Beetlejuice. Again, more pandering to us 80s parents. And four tickets cost us $57. We smuggled in our own candy, obviously, but you can't go to the movies and not get popcorn and a soda. We got four medium sized popcorns and two large drinks. That came to $64, people. Are you kidding me? What world are we living in? The soda machine was horrible. We dumped it out about 3 times in the hope that the different machine or a flavor choice would help it taste better. Nope. Nasty, watered down excuse for a soda every time. You can imagine how mediocre the non freshly popped popcorn was, even after I loaded the thing with butter. Needless to say, I'm not in much of a hurry to bring my family back to the movies, but that kind of stinks. I want to be able to do that with my family, but it's really hard to justify dropping $120 on subpar entertainment that will only end up aggravating me. Why pay that when we can watch it at home in just a few months? And trust me, the fresh popcorn that we make at home is much better than what we just got at the theater. It's kind of crazy to think that we're going to see Mamma Mia on stage this weekend at the Boston Opera House, and those tickets cost me $180. I get that I'm not factoring in parking and snacks yet, but being able to go see a live stage show for only $60 more than a trip to the local movie theater, it's just ridiculous. Think about the superior quality and level of entertainment I'm about to go see. Okay, so why don't we bring this whole long-winded story back to our current culture, society, and politics? Now, I believe that Donald Trump has become a successful and appealing politician because he remembers when America was operating like that movie theater experience that I described at the beginning. Trump remembers an America that was larger than life, an America that had the bright lights of the world shining on it, an America that definitely had a vibe and was the place where everybody wanted to be. That's the nostalgia he's tapping into when he says, "Make America great again." On the other hand, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, and Barack Obama have delivered the current movie theater experience for us for far too long now. We've watched as our once great nation has given us such a small return on our investment. Our taxes go up and our wages stagnate as our cities get dirtier and less safe. The products we buy are less durable. The food we eat is like that pre bagged popcorn. It stinks. And we're in this mess because of Democrat backed policies over 12 of the last 15 years. The movie theaters, they're going out of business because of the horrible experience they've been delivering to their customers. We have no other choice than to stop going and stop giving away our money for a lackluster experience. The movie theaters will all eventually close unless someone comes along to make movie theaters great again. Fortunately for us, in about 30 days, we have the ability to do something about the poor experience of living in America under Democrat control. We're going to be able to vote to once again become a proud nation, a clean nation, and a prosperous country when we vote to make America great again. And with that being said, I do believe it's time to welcome in our good friend, Mr. Rick Flair, because it is showtime, baby. Woo!
Showtime! Woo! Woo!